Hello, let me begin. Hey, how is everybody? I'm only here because I wanted to be energetic. I was standing on the balls of my feet, which is like the heels. My feet stink. I got 2 shoes. Let's not think about that. This is what I do want to think about, okay, is right here. This and this. The reason for the Olympics. The number 1 is always in the middle of the 2. You take a ball that becomes number 1, X marks the spot, you get a strike. It's in the strike zone. You get a ball in the strike zone. This is the pedestal between, well, let me mark it this way, okay? We'll have to just go. And this thing will be turning around like this. Second, third, second. How much more? You see, you see right now third, but I see second. He's on top. If I was the fleur-de-lis, I'd have a little wing that would come over here and another wing that would go here. But the question is, which eye is up? And when you go to find out the eye that is up, or the oval, okay, the eye that is up is over here, the exclamation point. 2, the wings of both sides, in which what you actually want to do is you just draw a line like that, and you just draw a line like that. If you want, what you can actually do is draw a line that comes a little bit like that. Okay, so now this becomes your peace sign. It also becomes the spirit of 67 in Montreal, Expo 67. It is 0, okay, north-south 0 versus east-west 00. Why? Because north and south is in between the other 2. They play off each side while this one goes straight through. See that pyramid style here? What would you like to do? We're going to turn this into pyramid style. See the way it becomes that pyramid style? All the way up, except the pyramid is a roadway. See the way this looks like it's going all the way down the road, all the way to here? It's a roadway. It's the back of one's mind. It's now 2 eyes between the Finkeldorf. You see this side over here that's going around the eye, that plugs in through the nose, that connect the 2 eyes so man can understand. Not see, but understand. Because of the injection right here, this piece that fits right in between this over here. And if you look at it, it looks almost like those snap-ons that go in your nose to hold it open, or it looks like a vajiji, okay? And this is now the big pyramid. If you really want to look at it, you can hold it up as the pyramid if I finish it off, okay? So these are your double 0 and your single 0, okay? Now we're not going to build a bicycle. Now in balance, because I built this on balance, and I also can use the over the eye. The over the eye shows the position. Okay, what's below the eyebrow, what's above is the forehead. The balance, angel beta, time LA, the light, okay, alpha beta light, ABA, father light, Lance, Lancelot, Sir Lancelot, Krista Berg, he said Lance, inside balance, the balance of the balls. You get the balls, you get the plugins. Something has to go straight and stiff to turn everything around proportionately. Something is actually running straight in all this. But when you come into the Olympics and you want to know who's first, he's in first. And the reason he's in first, and it doesn't matter who's beside him, is because this part, right, is an add-on. It's an add-on to this part. And then when you put the third one, it's an add-on to that part. So if you actually look, you take this thing in half and you put one half on this side and 1/2 on that side. And that becomes your first, second, and third in the Olympics. Why do they not show any fourth in the Olympics? Because fourth says we have, what does fourth say? We have 2 teams. That's why you have fourth. But when you have 2 teams and you're in sudden death, okay, I'm not in sudden death in a 7-game series, and you have 4 teams, 2 teams are going to lose. 2 teams are going to win. And there's going to be all these results that happen in between. And that's so fantastic, those results. I mean, for me, it's so fantastic. The result, the difference, the question, if you just give me something to ask myself that I can do a research on, I'm going to make an answer. But I'm only going to get that answer based on not my judgment, on reality. The realities are is 1 and 1, 1 plus 1 in reality is a 2, and I'm going to say yes. Not actually, but I have to say yes. The 0 on each side, right? This 0 and this 0, it might be a loop. Whoosh, one side to the other side, creating the reason for the letter U. The difference between U, V, and B in Spanish, and the way it's said in Spanish, we're not going to get into that right now. What did I want to say? Right, the 2 sides, right? It was the 2 sides in the center. What was I talking right now? I don't like that. The balance. Anyways, we're going to have to stop it here because I can't remember. And I was on to something pretty good. So maybe I'll just sit around and think about it a little bit. I'll ponder. I was telling you this. You see what this signia is? What does this signia give to you? What do these lines design? The ace for me shows a leg at the top, right? But over here it doesn't. For me, I need 2 aces upside down from each other, split apart, so I can put my person either up or down. Irregardless, there'll be 2 of one way and 1 of the other. As the horse moves 2 and 1, or he moves 1 and 2, it's irregardless. It will be that way. That's the way it's made. Anyways, I just believe so much. I don't make up. I look at the story and I say, is this a ball? What can happen with this ball? This is what I see happening. Hello, people out there. What do you see happening? Tell me. So the minute you tell me, I'm going to say, wow, look what they said. George, yes, George with the cane. George makes those wooden cane carvings, right? So he can hold me up. Anyways, so we question it. Then you ask me a question, and just because you ask me a question, hey man, if I can go into that world and say, hey, look at this world. This is the way they made their beer. I look for the recipe of how things possibly could have become, the blueprints. I'm rewriting my own blueprints fresh from day 1, which is today, backwards, forever. I'm the pin. I am today, and I am the future, and I am today, forever in the past. Never wanting any of the 2 ends to ever end, and the focal point of departure is actually just you. Because without you, there is no story. Without no story, there is no me. Without no me, there is no you. You're somewhere else, and so am I, but we're not here. You didn't hear this, but you did. Raphael 7286. The constellation is Pegasus, the square world of Pegasus. The square world of Pegasus. I am going to paint. Is that okay with you? Can I stop on 9/11? Is that good? So we saw, we're going to maybe just like set it up on 9/11. Let's see if I can get that. And 9.